Hey, hey, happy birthday. Nothing's coming out. I can't hear you.
There. Hear me?
Right, okay. You're good.
All right.
Hey,
So next,
Jegs.
so
Can I call
next
you
month,
Jegs?
it's your birthday, right? You can't hear. You can't hear it because I'm wearing the headphones. How will I know what he's saying, anak? I have to wear it. See, that's the thing, man. Bantay Bata 163, Mr. BB 163. That's me. So we know who wears the pants in the house, huh? No one taking up kickboxing classes right now, and I'm watching the kids. That's the modern family for you. So okay, go ahead. Let's start right away. How's the new job?
No, I haven't started yet. So that's a thing. Um I'm waiting I think a few more days. I think I have a few more days. Exactly
Okay,
about a week. I think
a
I,
few
I
more
have
days to
about a
back
week.
out.
No, not dude, I can't back out. I don't think that I've been thinking about it since, I got the news from my supervisor, and it will not be the same even if I stay with the same company. It will not be the same because I will be assigned to a new area. It will be a different board of education. So that
Okay,
means it's not the same school, it's not the same people that I used to work with. So
okay.
that alone is already, that's already a big change.
It's like a
Even if
different
it's the
district.
same job. It's a different district. It's really far. It's about 65 kilometers. The farthest is 65 kilometers. And the position that they're going to give me is pretty challenging because I will be handling 11 schools. That's like two
Wow,
elementary schools, one junior high
wow,
school, and the rest of the schools are kindergarten or nursery. So that
wow.
means there's a lot of juggling to be done. And I have to go to a different school every day. There's not a school that I would go. I mean, I do that now. I go to a different school every day, but it's only six schools. And for the most part, every week every week is fixed. So on Mondays I go to a particular school, and I would go to that school the next Monday again. So it's pretty, routinary. Like after a month you'd be familiar with it. But if you have 11 schools, I think that's
Hmm.
difficult to get familiar with. Um if you go to a different school every day, and we're talking about 11 schools here, right? So that means I
So
would
it's
see
more of
them
like
like
a
twice a month.
so it's more of like a supervisory position, right? Like you're
No, it's
supervising.
not. It's no, it's not a supervisor. It's not a supervisory position. No, it's not. It's not even a level up. It's still the same position. It's just that I have more responsibilities, and I have more schools to visit. So then my other choice is to move out from that industry and start
Okay.
a totally different thing, which is being the main teacher. Right now, I'm not the main teacher. I am more of the help. I'm the help, right? So I'm the support. I support the main teacher. But
Okay.
the new position would be a different story. You will be the main teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You're responsible for these kids. You have to teach these kids. You got to teach these kids. You got to have stuff planned. Not like my current job. I just go in there, not even planning anything. Like I used to, but a couple of years ago they started implementing these new things and new stuff that gives more responsibility to the Japanese homeroom teachers or the Japanese English teachers. So we're mostly taking like a support role. We're doing a support role lately, and it's for the most part I got used to it. But I used to like lead a lot of classes back then. Hello, Jegs. What up? You want to talk? All right. Okay. Yeah. So tell me about
Yeah.
your day. You're planning to get on a
Go. What
new,
do you want to say to
like,
Tito Ice? Go.
who's holding your toy? Your dad's holding your toy?
No, I'm not holding his toy. I'm holding his mom's toy. Toys. No, 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 I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You want your daddy to hold your Lego?
Yeah, no, to translate that, it's like Tito Iceman buy me a Lego for Christmas because I know you buy my Kuya Legos. You're the Lego man and the
Wow,
Gap
your
guy.
translator's
Who would have
pretty.
thought that the cheapskate at the radio station buys Legos and Gap? What the heck, man? You spend more on my kids than I do.
No, I doubt that. I doubt
See,
that.
that's the Iceman in you, man.
You're a
That's the Iceman
spoiler.
in you.
You're a spoiler.
It's like giniling for lunch, but Gap and Lego for gifts, right?
Well, that's not an everyday thing. So I mean, yeah,
That's true. That's true.
I
We
mean,
don't mind though.
kneeling is like an everyday thing. I can't be
All
eating
right, so
steak every day.
so it's like, is it as you get closer to actual D Day? Is it, are you more excited or are you more like?
I've been to the international schools like twice since like I said yes, and it's yeah. I mean, it's not difficult. So I really can't say if it's that difficult or not because I don't have my own kids yet. I
Mm-hmm.
think if you go in there and you don't have an actual position, you don't have a class to handle, that is much more difficult because you're there and you don't know what to do. You're there to help around,
Of
right? So I
course.
went in there, I observed,
Dito
then
I
I peop-
of course.
what?
Of course.
Yeah, he actually has class. He's like he started.
Oh, you have a class?
Like he
Wow.
started.
So, how's your teacher? Is it a guy teacher or a lady teacher?
It's not a lady teacher.
Well, it's a female teacher. It's a girl teacher.
It's a
Yeah.
girl teacher. Is she
Yeah.
cute?
What's her name? Is she cute?
Yeah.
What's her
Yeah.
name?
All right. What's her name?
Teacher Kwangu.
Teacher Kwangul. Oh my god. I
Teacher
mean
Kwak.
that.
Hey, she might be watching, Jego. I forgot her name, but it's her.
Mama make my own
No,
rainbow.
because her kuya keeps saying the
If
name
I do
Quandle
if I do
Quandle
something
Dingle.
silly,
I don't
my
know what
dad would call
Quandle
me
Dingle is.
Kwangul. So if you have a teacher Kwangul, that's not really cool.
You think Snow knows who Quandle Dingle is? Is he popular? Are you familiar with Quandle Dingle, Ice?
Yeah.
Candle Dingle. I don't know. Like
Quan-
she just blurts a lot of words that I don't even understand. She knows a lot of stuff that I don't like. I don't even care. She probably does. If that person is on YouTube or if that character is on YouTube, she probably knows who that person
I
is
hope my
or who
iPhone
that
dito
thing.
eyes. I
What?
hope my iPhone.
You have your
Play
iPhone?
Roblox.
Yeah,
You
he
have
plays
Roblox
Roblox.
too?
Yeah.
You play
That's
Roblox?
Spider-Man.
All
Hey,
right.
congratulations to Japan, dude, winning the World Baseball Classic, beating
I
U.S.
know.
Did you
Yeah,
see
my
that
wife was going
Otani?
on about it last
The
night.
Otani versus
Yeah.
Mike Trout showdown, man,
Yeah.
that was crazy. That was
Yeah, she
crazy.
was she was she was telling me some stuff about baseball last night, and I was like,
Dito
you know me,
eyes. Dito
I don't
eyes.
like
I
baseball.
mean,
I mean,
I like baseball.
you like baseball? Well, I don't. Like, I'm not even interested in like her stories last night.
I
I
like
was just
to.
like, yeah, all right.
What
Like
else do
she
you
was
like?
she
What else do
was
you like, Jago? Let's make this about you and help Tito Ice forget about his worries.
right. Okay, so what do you like? You like baseball?
Yeah.
But baseball's boring.
Oh.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
you left
right.
him
Am I
speechless.
making a
Dude,
point?
look at this. Look at this news, man.
Gladiator sequel. So what
Denzel
will he be
Washington.
in that?
I don't know if
What
he's
will
going to
he
be the
be in that
gladiator or he's going to
movie?
be taking the role of Umutuwing the Mundo.
I like that movie Dito eyes. I like movie. I like that movie.
What's your favorite movie?
Harry Potter.
Which one?
The Harry Potter one.
The Harry Potter one? Okay.
Yeah. I thought that.
What happened in the movie?
He died.
Which
Harry Potter.
He died? Harry
Yeah.
died? That's
which
a different
movie?
version.
Was it like okay? I do not remember, but there's like a Harry Potter and what like and the prisoner from Azkaban. What was that? Or
Yeah,
Escape from
there's a lot.
Azkaban?
There's like Harry Potter and the Order. No, the first one was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or
Sorcerer's
Philosopher's
Stone, yeah.
Stone, and the second one was Harry Potter and the
But prisoner
I
from
forgot.
Azkaban.
No. The second one was I forgot what the
Uh,
second was.
okay, and the prisoner
Chamber of
of
Secrets.
Azkaban.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Azkaban.
Prisoner.
And then Goblet of Fire, and then Order of the Phoenix, and then what's the other one?
Maybe stones.
Yeah, that's a lot of Harry Potter movies. But anyways, so well, when do you actually start, dude? You already signed. You already signed the fine print, right? You're already in, right?
Yeah, but the contract
Here, you can
start.
hear, you
The
can hear,
contract
you
says
can hear,
like the contract says my start day is March 31st. So
Okay.
technically, I'm not yet an employee. And
Okay.
31st, that's when the the training starts.
I'm gonna
But I
wear
think
that.
they wanted us to come
That's
in
fun,
and
Daddy.
um, get a feel of what the job is, and
Daddy,
I did that twice,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like
I'm
I
gonna
said,
wear
it's more work.
headphone.
There's more stuff to do. You have more responsibilities. Definitely, it's a challenge for me
But the lesson's the same.
because
Like, does Japan have like a uniform educational system, and the
no, because
actual
this is a private
classes?
school, so this is much more.
Oh, it's different.
It's so different from the public schools, and I had a kindergarten experience, but this is from a public school perspective, so it's totally different. This is an international school, and it's like an immersion school.
Into
The
ice. I
kids
like
only
tennis
speak
ball.
English. They're Japanese kids, but they cannot speak Japanese in school except
Oh,
during Japanese
Into
class. So it's the
ice.
same
I
with
like
us Filipinos when we
like
have, when we have
tennis ball
all
into
these strict
ice.
rules in
I like
school,
tennis ball.
and the only time that we could speak Filipino is like during Filipino class. So it's the
so are the
same
public
thing.
schools there like here? Like the kids play takyan and
Yeah.
eat ice milk
Usually they
outside.
play tag, dodgeball.
But
Um,
they
yeah.
wear uniforms as
I
well. I
like
mean, it's hard to
basketball
tell if it's a private or a
into
public
ice.
school,
I
or
like that
there's really
ball.
something
No,
different.
the only uniform that the public schools have are the PE uniform. They don't have a uniform. They have a PE uniform, and they wear that on the days when they have PE. But they don't have a uniform. They can wear like anything.
Daddy,
They wear
I want
casual
to hear,
clothes.
I want to hear Harry
Nah, this
Potter
is
song.
okay. I Tito Ice, he wants to hear Harry Potter song from you.
Okay, can you sing a Harry Potter song?
Oh, you sing a Harry Potter song, go.
Na 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 na. Na na na
Wow.
na 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 na. Na na
Oh, sounds
na
great.
na
Sounds great.
na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na
Yay!
na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na
Is it raining?
na.
All right. So Harry. Oh, there's my mama's there already, so you can go. Bye. Thank you. Mama's there. Mama's there now. Here, mama's there. All right. Hold on. Go. Okay. Wifey to the rescue. All right. Go. Go, mama. Go. Mama, has something for you. All right. So back to regular programming. All right. So I thought you already started and you were like all stressed out because it seems like if you have to visit like different schools. So what do you do? Like you don't have like a class? Like you just like you go around and how does that
No,
work?
I do have a class. If you're an ALT, because my
So
job was
you
an ALT.
so you have like a
So
different class to teach every like from different schools? Is that how it works?
now here's the thing. Back then, back in the day, we used to go in schools and do English activities. So it's like sort of a class, but you do English activities. So it's not how we learn English in the Philippines. Like we actually learn, we actually study things. We actually, we start phonics and whatever, right? Like we start from a very young age, and we're very strict about it. And especially during our time, there wasn't this child-centered approach or whatever, these all approaches that they have now. Back then it's just like the teacher teaching you stuff and you taking it in, and you do what they tell you to do, right? That's how we did things back in the day. And we have all those lectures and whatnot, like it's all in English. Then I don't know, for some reason we just we're all of a sudden it just became normal. Like people were like, "What? How? Like you can speak Bisaya, you can speak Tagalog, you can speak English, and you can speak a little bit of Japanese too." I'm like, "Oh wow, that's so great!" I'm like, no, it's not great. Everybody does that in my in my city. Like everybody can speak Tagalog, everybody can speak Bisaya, and everybody can speak English. It's not a big deal. Everybody does that. It's not even like like whoa, wow. You can no. It's like it's no. It's basically just it's normal. That's normal. And with my accent, yeah, this was weird back in the day, but now this is like all everybody, the kids, like even if their parents weren't really that proficient in English and they weren't really fluent in English, but they're kids now. They speak, the way most North Americans speak because of, I mean, probably it's with the technology and whatnot. and it's not weird anymore. Back in the day, people would laugh when they hear me speak like this because they'd be like, well, "Why are you speaking that way? That's weird." But now, no, everybody, it's accepted, so everybody speaks, like North American English, and it's in, but here it's they still don't have that. It's just English is still something that most people fear. Like they hear English and they'd be like, "No, I don't know anything. I don't know any English. I'm, whatever." Like,
No, 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 no. English,
no,
English.
what can I, what can I, what can I? Like, haskashi, haskashi. I'm so shy.
See,
I don't know how to
see,
speak
see,
English.
see, you know when the Japanese say English, they actually mean like they're angry when they speak English. They're angry when you speak
Probably.
to them. I'm English. What?
My white controller.
With your white controller, it's upstairs. Okay, so okay, hold on. So, no, no, they should be laughing at you. Back in the day, they should be laughing at you if you were speaking English like Jimmy Santos.
Show my
Not the way
one,
you,
Daddy.
right?
Show my
Not the way you
one.
actually spoke English.
My one Harry
Jimmy
Potter.
Santos is like, I love you 3 times a day.
My one, Daddy. Oh, get my one.
Yeah, no, I
Two
mean,
ice with
they would love you
flowers.
if you spoke like Jimmy Santos back in the day.
Daddy, you get
It's
me.
Have you ever tried?
I,
Have you tried like speaking like Jimmy Santos at school?
Eat.
no, no, I have not.
Eat, Daddy.
Mama Arlene, hello. Hope you're doing okay.
See, that's the thing, man. He wants the headphone. I think I gotta get him like fake headphones or something with like a fake Iceman voice coming out. You know,
A
like
pre-recorded,
just recorded
like
and he
a
goes.
pre-recorded talk.
I need one of those. I need one of those fake headphones. Rod, you still have the headphone that doesn't work? Okay, hold on, hold on. Yeah, see, so someone's after my job already, man. Anyways,
Yeah, they start young.
yeah. Okay, so next time when Papa does a show, you don't interrupt, okay? Okay, okay. All right. I know you like talking to Tito Ice. Go ahead, you talk to Tito Ice. You ask Tito Ice
All
about
right,
his
okay,
problems.
hey,
Because
oh,
you're a good listener, so
Jake,
Tito Ice will
Jake,
appreciate your. Yeah, so
Rye.
go ahead. What do you want to ask
Yeah,
Tito Ice?
sure.
Anything, go. Ask him about your favorite toy. Go. Go. Talk to Tito Ice.
I like Lego toy.
You like Lego toys? See, that's the thing. I hate Lego toys. We went to Legoland again. When was this? Was it yesterday? No, like I think we went Tuesday. So we went to Legoland again Tuesday, Rye, and Snow was asking me to help her out with, with some Lego stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's this place where you can go. It's a room. You can get in there and you can make stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so parents would go in with
Harvesting.
their kids and they would start making Lego stuff and whatever.
Fighter.
And I said, no. I mean, even when I was a kid, I didn't like making Legos. So I was just there sitting, like I was on my phone. Just I didn't make any Legos. I think my wife did. They both did, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't. I mean,
My
I don't like
favorite.
Legos. You like Legos?
Yeah.
We should go to Legoland then.
What's your favorite? Tell Tito Ice about your favorite YouTube show and your favorite song on YouTube. The Mr. Beast song. Can you sing the Mr. Beast song for Tito Ice? Go.
We're the beast. We're the beast. We're the
Whoa,
beast.
well,
Just to
that's very
clarify, my son
nice.
is not autistic. All right. He just like watches a lot of YouTube. So yeah, it's just like jittery kind of like the stuff that they say. Their language is different. The songs they sing. YouTube's like they have YouTube shorts, so they have stuff that's like 30 seconds long or really short. So he's actually singing the Mr. Beast song. What's your favorite show on YouTube?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. What's your favorite food?
Nuggets.
Nuggets. Okay.
Not burger.
Chicken, not burger. Nuggets. Okay. Who's your crush? Who's pretty?
Teacher Kwango.
Teacher Kwangle? Give Tito Ice in
Teacher
regards to Teacher
Kwangle
Kwangle.
again. Teacher Kwangle. What's up with this Kwangle teacher? Why is she even a teacher if she's Kwangle? Oh my god.
You know who he likes? He has a crush on Lalisa from
Take a gum.
Blackpink.
I eat a gum. I eat a
Lisa
gum.
from Blackpink.
Yeah, the tall
I
chick.
eat a gum.
The
I eat a gum
Taiwan.
later. I eat
Dude, what's up with this
fish.
Hoka shoes? Is it getting popular there?
What?
The Hoka shoes.
Hoka
Hoka.
shoes?
Yeah.
Is that Japanese?
Hoka. No, I think it's French.
Hoka shoes. I like Hoka
Well,
shoes.
what is popular?
Yeah, it's
Well, it is getting
popular.
popular.
Hold on.
I heard this like
So
months ago, and
can
then
I do a search? Hoka shoes? How do you spell it?
HOKA, and it's pretty expensive. I'm
H.
like HOKA.
Okay, got it.
I'm like,
Hoka shoes.
damn.
Okay. It's popular there. Oh, well. So what is it, like lifestyle or for sports?
No, I think it's mainly for running,
Oh,
and they
okay,
have
got
like
it, got it,
lifestyle
got it, got
shoes
it.
as well. But
Oh,
no, I mean, I
is it
heard
mainly
this
for
before
ladies?
from my father-in-law. I don't know where he got it, but I have. Well, it's not the popular shoes that I see now are the Air Force ones. All right, the Nike Air Force, they're back, and
Daddy, read the
the
Hoka shoes
Harry
are
Potter
expensive. These are
song.
expensive.
dude, like the cheapest they have is about
Fun
like
in on the fun
17,000 or
Harry Potter
15,000
song,
yen.
Daddy. Read
That's like
the fun
$150.
in
Oh,
Harry
that's pretty
I
Potter
mean,
pricey.
you can
song.
get Nikes for like 80,
Is this
$90,
a
and they don't
Japanese
have
brand?
those line. No, it's not. It's I think it's French. I think
Um,
Hoka is from France.
have you checked out Golden Goose?
Yeah, I heard of Golden Goose, but it's but yeah, but that's too high end. But this one is like I think I asked Reese, and Reese said like yeah, it's kind of popular. Like
Ma,
a lot of
Mama, you have
celebrities are wearing it
something
right
for
now.
me, Mama.
Um, like even who was the one who somebody attended the Tokyo Marathon, whatever, and there were like a few
Three?
celebrities who did that, and they were wearing Hoka shoes. I
Three,
think it was
Mama.
what like Ann Curtis,
What shoe?
Oh, okay.
Starks. What's
Shoe,
up with
Mama.
Hoka? Like, is it popular there? Because Reese told me it kind of
Oh
is,
yeah,
and I heard this from my father-in-law back in like
John Stark
um
is a sneaker guy. He's a sneakerhead, so
I
he
know,
should know
right?
if. Okay,
My
wait,
father-in-law
Mama,
asked me about this, like, "Oh, do you have a Hoka shoe already?" I'm like, "Well, no, I don't know. I don't know what
Dami
Hoka
na
shoe
nakakain
is." But then I checked it out. Damn, it's like, yeah, it's like you're getting some Jordans. Like this one is 17,600. If I get a Jordan 20, if I get a Jordan 35, I it would cost me less, like about 2,000, 3,000 less. So it's like I don't know what's the deal with these Hoka shoes. Hey Starks, what do you think? Is it worth it? Like, why
Hoka
is it
shoes.
expensive?
Uh, Hoka shoes. I guess because they kind of remind me of like a cross between like Skechers and I don't know. They're kind of funky looking. They look like
Oh yeah,
look like
see Hoka One is an athletic shoe company originating in Annecy, France, that
it's for
designs and
training.
markets running shoes.
It's for training. Okay, training. Um, dude, this thing is like the sole is high, man.
It is.
This is like an ankle sprain waiting to happen. But it looks. There's some of the designs are kind of cool. Some of the designs are kind of like. Um, so the trademark is it's high. Like it's a thing. The sole's high.
And they're saying it's pretty comfortable too.
It's almost like Skechers like. But hey, if it's in and it's I'm pretty sure some of our fashionable friends are probably aware of this already. I wouldn't be surprised if Flip Mode ends up wearing one. He's into training and he's really into like his fashion's really updated.
See, I've like okay something on the internet like thanks to Hoka, maximalism is now mainstream. While Hoka shoes have made it to the highest ranks of running, they can also be commonly seen on the sidewalks of Manhattan, on the feet of nurses and other professionals on their feet all day, as well as in just about any airport in America. The brand's cushy, comfortable, colorful models have also started to make a buzz among those living the jet set lifestyle. Pop singer Britney Spears has been down with the brand for at least 5 years, and earlier this year posted a snap on Instagram showing her wearing a pair of Hoka Bondi 7 sneakers. Reese Witherspoon, Pippa Middleton, Katie Holmes, Winnie Harlow, Kylie Jenner, Heidi Montage. How do you pronounce that? Heidi,
Mon-
whatever.
Montag?
Mon,
I just say Montag.
Montage, or whatever.
So it's
Gwyneth
a
Paltrow are among the
so it's a
other
woman's shoe, right?
celebrities.
It's a lady shoe.
I think so. Well, yeah.
Check this out.
Like a lot of
They
women
have
are wearing this, but
Hoka shoes. Hoka.
so did. It's more like for training or running. It's like a competitor of New
The
Balance.
wifey's aware of it. She's familiar with it.
Like wearing Ultra Boost times three. Exactly. That's what I'm. Because
Yeah,
I'm
Ultra
looking for a
Boost.
shoe. Because I'm starting this new job, and it will be a challenge because I will be standing the whole day. So I'm looking for a freaking shoe.
Aha!
So do you?
New job, new pair. Aha! I get it. That's a good excuse for the wifey. You know, heavier load, more cushioning,
Yeah, but
farther distance, right?
but
Better.
I already have like the NMDs, which is like boost. So I don't know. But then if you're saying it's Ultra Boost times three, then that's what like starts. Do you own a pair? Do you own? Because I need to know. I mean, if it's worth it. If it's worth it, I'll probably get one. I mean, because it's new job, new shoe, whatever. But
But you guys can wear that. Like, there's no like uniform for teachers. Like, you have to wear black shoes and stuff. Yeah.
no. Like you can wear any like indoor shoe. Like it's your
You
choice.
okay? Hoka is a 10. MMD is like a 6 or 7.
Shit.
What does that mean?
So that means if I wear my NMD, that would be like a six or
Well, can
seven.
you give me your NM? Oh, it's not there. Right.
'Cause I don't want
Or-
I don't want my knees hurting at the end of the day or whatever. Yeah. So how about if you compare it to New Balance, like the 327? Do you think it's better compared to 327? Hang on. They own a pair, and I think it's cheaper.
Yeah.
If
See, this is Raj's dirty NMDs
Can I take a look?
from Tito Dex.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, I have like
It's like a slip on. Like you don't. Like, it's dirty, but it's
yeah.
Raj's. So it's from Ninong
I
Gift.
like I like walking in
Hey, I'm
them.
not done yet. Hold on. Let me just finish it. Jeez. Yeah, I prefer Boost though. Between NMD and the Boost, there's Pure Boost, there's Ultra Boost. Um, the one I have, the one I got was like Ultra. I don't know what the difference is, but those are the most comfortable pair. But the most comfortable that I've actually worn and the one I wear that I can't stop wearing, Yeezys, man. I mean, I know a lot of people would say it's overrated. It looks funny and it's like a fashion thing, but for I guess for my feet, I don't know. I haven't worn anything more comfortable than Yeezys. Like I wear it every day. I don't even like. Sometimes I forget that I have it on. So have you tried Yeezys? Ice?
No, yeah, well they're too expensive. Like the Yeezys, I don't think I can afford them.
No. Get pre-owned, man. Don't get brand new. As long
No,
as
I mean,
it's not formal. It's not formally owned by Nixon.
nah, I'm like nah Yeezy. I mean, I think it's just well, it's the Kanye line, right? And I think it's just nah, it's just too much. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, I can get a React,
Dude, how much
I
are you
can get an
paying for
Ultra
your
Boost,
shoes? How much are you
but
paying for? It's the same thing. Like I paid the same price for mine.
no, but Yeezy's more for fashion. It's more of like
That's
it's
true.
not really because of like the performance. It's more of like oh Kanye's promoting it and like oh this is hi-fi whatever. I don't go for those types. Like it's to me
And
it
daming
has to be
fake. And daming fake
yeah
na
exactly. To
Divisoria.
me it has to be the performance. So like for example when I'm playing with the Jordan 36 right. So the Jordan 36 they're really comfortable and even with the KD 14. So I own like a
What about
couple
the
of pairs
Puma
of
one?
the
The
Puma one was
Lamella one.
also very good, right? It was very good. So performance wise, it's really worth it. And these things also go on sale. So it's I mean the Yeezys they don't. So it's more of like why would I get that pair when it's like you get the same comfort from like let's say for example like all right, like Ultra Boost, right? So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that shoe is
It's the
it's
same.
very
It's probably
right.
the same. Yeah.
So it's I don't want to pay for premium because of like oh because Kanye is promoting it and like oh you look cool if you have that because I don't know.
I
So
got you. I got you.
so
So
starts.
you're getting hookahs, huh? Or hokas?
No, I don't know yet, but that's why I'm asking because he's comparing the Hoka to the Ultra Boost. Hang on, he's comparing it against the NMD, and NMD is like what like a six or a seven. Okay, I have a New Balance 1080 V11 and V12, which is the most comfortable based on reviews as of last year. But as I've read, Hoka is still more comfortable. I really want to get one, but I can't find my size anywhere.
Wow.
Really. So
That's
how
you're,
about
dude. That's it
how
right there. That's the selling. That's a selling point
Oh
right
man.
there.
Yeah, but
Having
ju- how about the how about the 327? How about the 327?
New Balance.
It's a new ballot. It looks like this. Hang on. How do you share screen? All right, here it is. Share screen. All right. Hang on. This one. All right.
Careful. Okay. That
So
those
John,
what?
how about
Those,
these? Like the 327s?
they look like Saucony's, huh? The old school.
Yeah, like the one with the like the one with the thick soles.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of do. I own a pair actually. Like my
It's your
sister bought
controller. I
one,
think
so
it's
me and
here.
my wife bought one, and it's pretty comfortable too. But I haven't tried them like standing the whole day. I mean, I went to Hiroshima. It was pretty good. I think just this is what I wore there. Come to think of it, yeah, it's actually good. Hmm. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what the most comfortable footwear I've ever worn.
Okay. All right. Just like the
Ever.
NMD. All right. So it's still like a 6 or a 7. So that means Hoka is like really, really good.
It's a 10,
Oh my
dude.
god.
It's a
It's a I
10.
know, right?
It's dude. It's a 10. And Curtis can
I
buy any
don't
pair she
know.
wants, and she decided to wear hookah. So that means out of all the footwear she's tried on, that's the best one.
But I don't know. But the thing is, you know what? I shouldn't be thinking about all these things now because this is like all
Get it when you
I
get the
mean,
Switch for
there's like all
2,000.
material stuff that or maybe this is just one of my methods to or ways to actually get over my anxiety because I'm really anxious, like excited and a bit anxious on how it's going to turn out because I don't know if I'm teaching 4 year olds, 5 or 6 year olds that I don't know yet. If I get the kinder one, that would be really, really challenging.
Is
If I
it
get the
hookah
kinder
or
two, then
hoka? How do you pronounce it? Hoka?
it's about HOK. It could be a hoka. Hoka, hoka, way, hoka, hoka. I don't know, man. HOK. I'm just pronouncing it the
Okay.
way I
No
the way I
wonder
read it.
a
Hoka.
lot of my friends are into like the fun run and the half marathon and stuff because they're probably wearing this pair. I'm gonna check out some of their posts if I know some of my runner friends who are sporting this.
Holy shit!
Hoka.
It's a 10. Starks. You're not. You're serious, right? It's a
Dude,
10, right? I
you
mean,
gotta go.
come
Add to
on.
cart. Add to cart. My
My
sister,
sister
who's a
is a
nurse,
nurse.
said she
Said she
wears the
wears
Hoka
the
on a double
Hoka
shift.
on double shift and still doesn't hurt. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Dude, she's a nurse. She's not Usain Bolt, all right? I know they do a lot of walking. I get it. My wife's a nurse. I get it. But, I mean, don't they wear
Dude,
Crocs?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wouldn't be sitting because from the moment I get to school, dude, the classroom does. I don't have a desk. I don't have a chair. I would be. It's either I would be standing or squatting. That's the only thing that I would do. And I have an hour break. That's the only time that I can probably lie down or sit down.
Don't don't buy.
But from 9 o'clock to 6 p.m., right, for 8 hours, I would be standing and walking for the most part. Those who are joining the Ironman Alveo wears Hoka. Dude, is it Hoka or Hoka? Because it's Hoka, but you pronounce it as Hoka.
That
Okay, let's.
it's probably like prostitute in Europe or something. That's what it means. A hookah.
Hey, sis, are you a Hoka?
Okay, those who are joining the Ironman Alveo wears hookah. There you go. I told you, dude. It's an excuse to be fashionable. If you're joining the Ironman Alveo, don't wear KP. All right, don't wear Adin.
Now, who should I get to buy these shoes for me? It's my
Um.
birthday. It's coming up. So,
Oh
should I ask my
yeah.
wife to buy it for me?
Is it
Right?
your how old are you guys?
I'm 45. And
So
I'm
you
thinking
will.
too, that's why I was thinking of having a career change because I'm going to be 45. I can't wait till 50 and jump to a different career, like for example, international school. And international schools usually are, like in the kindergarten, the kindergarten age.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many private schools who have like English programs, who have good English programs. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's there's too much competition. So I have to get that experience. So at least now I'm 45, I'm not yet 50.
Mm-hmm.
I should start, like,
Hey, hey, I'm not
you know,
50
I'm,
yet, too.
yeah, yeah. Well, all I'm saying is like, I, I mean, if you're, I know 50 is not that old yet, but dude, I mean, 45 is probably still way younger. So at least when I still have that energy to deal with like little kids,
Hey.
I'd have to do it now. I can't make that jump at 50. So I have to make it now because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be 45. And 45 is, like yeah, that's getting there. So I have to make that jump. So yeah, I'll be 45 in April.
How old are your co-teachers?
They're pretty young. Like there was this guy that I talked to, and I think the guy's like what 30, 32. So that's like what 13 year gap. Some of them were like in their 20s, 25, 26, 27.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but every time I tell them my age, it'd be like, holy shit, no, are you kidding?
You
I'm
look,
like,
you
yeah,
look
I am
younger than
45.
all of them. That's the bottom line, dude.
Yeah, there was this person I talked to who was like, I look 45. You don't. It was like, I look 45. You don't. No, I am 45. I'm like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah. But after this new job, you're gonna
I
start.
know. That's what my sister was saying.
You're gonna
After
age
a month, I
overnight.
will look 60. Yeah, that's what she
Dude,
said.
that's what we get for being DJs for so long. You know, it's like all of a sudden, a normal job is like a real job to us. Like we get stressed out with like
Yeah,
minimal
that's
work.
that's why I have to flip the script. I have to like what I do. You know what I'm saying? The only way for me to really not age is to act like one of my kids. If I am teaching 5 year olds, I have to like, I have to be the adult in the room, but at the same time, I have to have that, I have to have that vibe like a 5 year old kid. And that would stop me from aging. So I really have to get into it. Right. So when I left the radio, I thought I would like, yeah, for a bit, for a while, I was miserable. But then when I found like the English teaching job in public schools, I just have to, like find a way to amuse myself and, get
Kumain ng
into
pancit
it.
naman. Okay.
And I eventually did. So right now, that's the goal. On my first month, I have to get into it. I have to be into it, like really be into it.
Yeah.
I have to be in the zone so that I won't age overnight. Like what you said, if you're miserable, you would age overnight. That's reality. So I have to be into it, like really be into it, or else my sister would win because she's like so happy that
Canton ba canton? Gee. Yeah, yeah.
Hoka review. All right, so he sent something. All right, my Facebook. All right, okay, hang on. Hoka. All right, I'm gonna check it out later. Hoka Philippines. Are you sure this guy can be trusted? Because some YouTubers are like me. I mean the integrity. I mean, maybe they're paid to say all these things. I want to be sure.
If the review opens up with like, here's a hoka, four gibbs, four gibbs, four gibbs. It cannot be trusted. All right, that's not a
Right?
review.
I mean, I'm thinking. Um, I don't know, man. Like, how is Billy Kane doing? Billy Kane's doing fine, right?
Yeah, yeah. But what? Wait, what about him?
No, I mean, I guess I always try to look back because now this is a big change for me. The last time I had this feeling was when I left radio. That was you know that was the biggest change in my life,
Mm-hmm.
right? I left the radio, and that was a big deal. It was so difficult for me. I
Mm-hmm.
cried on the air, right?
Yeah.
I cried on the air, and yeah, it was scary. It was, you know, I
But
was
dude,
anxious.
you've juggled different jobs. You were a med rep for a while. You were.
Yeah, but those things were like right up my alley. Being a medical representative is probably hard for people who are introverted. But me, like, I could do that job for free, but they're paying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these jobs that I had in my life, I've been
So being a
explaining this
teacher
to all
is
my.
not your thing. You were a
No,
teacher
no, no.
after
It
work. You were a
is. It
teacher.
is. No, like, here's the thing. Exactly, that's the thing. But because here's what I'm saying. The new thing that's coming up, I don't know how it is or what it is or how you go about it because this is
Mm-hmm.
totally new to me, right? When I was in the Philippines, um, I was a radio
Oh.
DJ, and I also did pharmaceutical. I was a medical representative. Um, I also did what? I did teaching in the university, but I was teaching university students,
You were
and it
also
was
part-timing at Salambat in Taho, right? And Pogimasta, weren't you?
Pugimasta. Was that Pugimasta? Was that Pogimasta? That particular gate? That's a hang on. That's a
I
club,
don't
right?
know,
That's
man.
a nightclub,
I read that somewhere. Pogimasta. I read that all the time.
right? But
Pogimasta.
anyway, so all these jobs that I had, I think they're right up my alley. The only thing that that I wasn't really into was when I was teaching the Koreans, because that was like a one-on-one, and the people weren't really talking, so they come into my cubicle and you start teaching them and they don't talk. That doesn't work. This is
Yeah.
an English conversation lesson, so if you don't have a conversation, I mean, that's pretty hard. I was the only one talking for the, like, for the whole duration of the class, which is about 90 minutes. That's like an hour and 30. So that was pretty, that was pretty boring. But I did
So,
survive that for
so
about,
if you can't
like,
flirt on the job, it's not worth doing, right?
yeah. So that's why I quit it after a month. I think I did. Did I quit it after a month? I think I started there around. I think I did it around September, and I quit it. No, I think 3 months. I did it
Was
for
that
three
the one
months.
Amy was doing? That was the one Amy was doing, right? Wasn't she
I
like?
think
I think
she.
Amy was like
I
tutoring
don't know if she
Korean and
was
stuff.
with that particular school, but I think she also taught Koreans, but she wasn't connected with that particular school. I was in a particular school, and I think Amy did private tutoring, and I did that as well. So private tutoring, I had fun, but when I was with that particular school, it was kind of like, because you didn't have a choice who to take as a student. They would just like send a student to you, and you don't have a choice,
Kim
right?
Jong Il.
But if you're taking private lessons, then you
Hey, hey,
could
hey! You wait, Jago.
um, you you'd be I mean, you talk to the prospective student first, right? So you kind of try to like gauge them, or and then you decide if you want to take them as a student. So that's yeah. So I mean, that was fun. Then I left. I left the radio. So all these jobs that I had, I like them, right? Like when I was a medical representative, people would be like, "Oh, that's too exhausting." But like, no, I mean, I like what I do. I like going around the city, going from one hospital to another, waiting for doctors, talking to people who are waiting for doctors, talking to the secretaries, talking to the other medical reps. So I did a lot of like stuff that I want that I like doing, right? So I mean, it wasn't like work for me,
Yeah, it doesn't
even if
hurt
it
though. Hanging out with the well-dressed female med reps. 'Cause I noticed that with,
right.
I mean, the guys are well-dressed, but the female med reps they really try to outshine each other. Like with I don't know, something about like the skirt. They have it down to like an art. Like I don't know what I don't know what the dress code is or what but they know what they're doing. I mean, I don't know if you get coached, like when you were training at Pfizer or wherever you were training at. Did you guys get coached as to how to put clothes together? Because I mean, it's
There
part of the
would be
package, right?
that one, like, that's part of the training. Like I think the like the last part of the training would be about that. But I think if you go to Ateneo, I think you have that as well. Like I was a marketing major, so I'm a marketing major, and at the end of the what do you call that, practicum, like you sort of have a party and you have that um, fine dining and power dressing sort of seminar. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like like they teach you how to like dress or whatever. But I think it all comes down to taste. Like even if people come in and tell you how to dress or whatever, I think it all comes down to taste, like how you want to look and how you want to present yourself. I think it's do you want to wear those like tight skinny like slacks, or do you want to have the 80s vibe or whatever? Like I think it all depends upon the person concerned. So yeah, you have that Agipo Awards night after the OJT. What's Agipo Awards night after the OJT? I think that's way newer. I don't know if that's an actual award night.
We
Um,
had a, we had like a
I don't know
ball,
what that
right?
is.
But it wasn't called a gipo.
We
It
had
was.
Yeah, I
Was it?
think we call it seniors ball
Yeah, yeah,
at
something
that
like that.
time.
No, there was one for OJT too. There was one. We had it at a. I think it was at Grand Seng. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't at night though. It was like afternoon, and then it's you show up like dressed up like well business. I guess business attire, but I don't know if that was called Agipo or it's like.
Right. So
Anyways.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, all these jobs, like I said, I really like them. So this one, I have. My wife says that I would like it because she knows me, and she's like, knowing you, you would love it. It would be like a walk in the park for you. So I was like, all right, okay. But I really can't tell until I'm there and I actually have my own class and I see my own kids and I have my own Japanese teacher because there's
Hmm.
like two of you in the class. That's you. You are called the NT, like a native teacher, and your partner is called the Japanese teacher. So you're a pair. You're partners, right? So it would probably be good if I have a really nice Japanese teacher partner because I mean, being new in the game, I need somebody um, who can show me he can show me the ropes and just help me out, right? Until I get to, like just get into the rhythm, get the hang of it. And hang on. Starks, when you say and I cried at home, what do you mean you cried at home because of like the Iron Man?
Um, it was probably wasn't able to participate. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, did what you didn't qualify for the Iron Man, whatever? Like,
Or I don't know. Were you ironing at home?
oh, when you left, when I left,
Oh, he wasn't at the
you
station. He wasn't
did?
at the. He wasn't at the station at that time.
Weren't you at the station that night? You weren't at the station because that thing is on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm like, I still look at it from time to time, and I was like, all right, man. So if I look back, and that's my I try to get inspiration from that because when I left, it was so hard for me to leave the show, to leave you, and to to be here, right? And I always tell myself like, well, it turned out fine. It turned out okay. I mean, come
What did you
on,
buy for yourself when you went to Japan? What did you? Because I know you're gonna get a hookah.
what?
You're getting a
I'm not
hookah,
gonna get a
right?
hoka. I don't know yet. I don't know. I mean, Starks is telling me that I should. Starks, are you telling me that I should?
Yes.
Should I get a hoka?
In fact, Starks is selling a pair. Your size.
My size 26. Are they true to size?
Yeah, go
Yes,
get one.
go get one. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. All right. I have to
Dude,
convince my wife to buy me one.
life's too short to be wearing world balance, man.
What? To be wearing world balance? Dude, I love world balance. Come on, dude. My
Wear
mom
world balance in Japan, dude. Confuse the hell out of them.
my mom bought me world balance when I was in my I think I was in prep at that time. I was in prep. I was in,
You
Ateneo,
were
they have
prep.
these
You didn't
PE,
have a
whatever.
choice. All right, you didn't have a choice. Of course, it was cool
No,
back
but
then.
I love that shoe, man. When my mother bought that shoe, I loved it. I thought it was a Saucony. I've seen my classmates wearing Sauconys, and my mom took me to Care Shoe Center and got me that World Balance, and I was
Is that my
happy as
controller?
fuck.
I can't find the
Is that my controller?
yeah, I can't.
Get your controller. It's
And
upstairs.
up to this
It's
day,
up
I
upstairs.
mean, I didn't feel bad about my World
It's in the
Balance.
room.
I thought that New Balance was what was the ripoff.
I know,
I
me
thought
too.
New,
Same here. Cause like
but
world is
it
bigger
turns out the World
than
Balance,
new,
yeah,
right? Like,
new.
and then I saw an ad in the back of like Weekend or Panorama magazine, and it said made by Rubber World, and like that's the same company
Rubber
that
World.
makes Mighty Kid. That's the same company
Grosby.
that makes Mighty Kid.
Grosby.
I'm like,
Grosby too.
hold
Grosby,
on,
Mighty Kid. I think
World
KP as well.
Balance. I mean, World Balance, and it's like in the back of like Panorama magazine. And it's made by Rubber World, and it the advertising is like a shoe flying and stuff. Hold on, world, dude. Anyways, they got us though. Back in then, with that World Balance, I'm like,
Yes,
dude.
KP is also owned by Rubber World.
What about Adin or
Hang on.
Aduin? I
Add
don't know
in.
what that's called. Dude, everything's owned by Rubber World. What the heck? sounds like a maker of condoms or something. Sounds like a paradise for condoms. Rubber World.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Does it even acknowledge add in?
Well, hang on.
Add in shoes.
No, it doesn't say anything. Like it just says vintage Filipino shoe brands that we miss. Elpo, Ang Tibay, Mighty Kid, KP. There was like US Gear too, US Gear, and I thought LA Gear
LA
was the
Gear was a
ripoff.
legit one. LA Gear was a legit one.
Yeah, yeah, but then US is like much bigger than LA, so I'm
And
like
and, and,
thinking,
and remember Swatch Seasider?
yeah, yeah,
Swatch
yeah, yeah.
Seasider.
That's not even like really part of Swatch, right? Like, it's like
No. Like I don't even know why it's called Swatch. What about like the US like polo thing? Is that like that's not Ralph, right? Like the Polo Association, like US Polo Association thing.
I don't know. I
It's
thought they're like the same.
no, it's not. I don't
Polo
think it is.
versus Ralph Lauren. US Polo versus. All right, okay, let's
Yeah,
let's
US
do that.
Polo. I don't
Okay,
think it
US
is.
Polo. US Polo versus. All right, US Polo versus Ralph Lauren. All right. The different. It's different. It's US Polo Association. All right.
So who owns that?
Um. Okay.
What? I'm just gonna check something.
It's. I think it's US based,
Okay, good.
and it stays here. It's not in any way associated with Ralph Lauren Corporation.
Okay. A lot of people are confused.
The logo of Polo is more complex than that of Ralph Lauren's.
And it's huge. Like it's huge. Like there's a it's like the daddy of the polo, the Ralph Lauren logo. The guy playing a polo is like usually they're like this big. And it has like, you know,
Right. Okay.
patterns and stuff, designs on the side. But I think it's more it kind of reminds me of like a rugby shirt, like if you're
Mm-hmm.
familiar, the sport rugby. It's they kind of like have a collar that's like a different color, and it's you know it's a lot sportier than the Ralphs. The Ralphs are expensive, man. They're a lot cleaner and more subtle. And I think same with Lacoste and Izod because I remember when I was in the states, there was a brand called Izod, and they were cheaper than the Lacoste, But it also had the what's it called the alligator crocodile, whatever that is. But it was an Izod brand. Are you familiar with that? Izod,
No. No.
IZOD.
No.
Yeah, it was like a one time
Isod.
tied to Lacoste, and then now it's like it's on its own. But if you look at it, it has the crocodile, but it's not, you know. But you know what? I owned a couple of shirts before, and I didn't really make a big deal out of it. My dad gave them to me, dude. But they're expensive. Fred Perry, those Fred Perry freaking shirts, those are
Mm-hmm.
expensive, man. Are you familiar with them? Fred Perry. It's like that
Fred
logo.
Perry. Yeah.
It's like the right. Those are expensive, dude. Um, that were shop at Green Belt, and it's like you go in. I'm like, I don't even feel the quality, but it's pricey. Those things are pricey. Okay, hold on. I got a World Balance slides a few weeks ago. Very comfortable and way better than Nike slides. Yeah, man. I mean, World Balance, dude. That's what's New Balance got on World Balance. But the thing with New Balance, though, um, it's you can kind of get used to looking at the premium models now because like in Hong Kong, there's a shop there, and I was like, why is like New Balance here is like too pricey? And I found out that there's a line of New Balance that's like made in the UK or something, and they're like the bulkier, more daddy shoes looking ones, and the like maybe the Vietnam or the Asian manufactured New Balance. They're the I guess sleeker, kind of less bulkier looking ones, and they don't usually have leather or suede. So I was like, oh, okay. So the expensive New Balance here, they're the ones that are bulky looking and they look like dad shoes. And the more modern looking ones are the ones that are like made in Vietnam or wherever, and significantly cheaper. I don't know if they're
Hmm.
comfortable though. I mean, the you know what I'm talking about, Ice? The like the one you showed me. The one you showed me.
Yeah,
Where is that? Where is that made?
I think these things are made somewhere in Vietnam. It should be Vietnam.
Okay.
Like it doesn't say here, but I think these things are made usually like they're made in Vietnam or something, right? Most shoes are made in Vietnam, right?
Yeah, but the UK made New Balance ones are, dude, those are expensive, man. The one I like is the 920, I think, or is it the Mother like? God, there's so many, and they're so nice. The New Balance ones are really nice. Like you can see the quality of the 991s, the 991s. You want that? I like the 991s. Dude, here we go again, looking at shoes. What the heck's wrong with you, man? I'm gonna end up. I'll
What?
show you some. I'll show you something. What the heck? Have you seen these?
Whoa, what's that? Hang on.
I don't know the model.
Jumpman.
It's what is it? It's called Delta 3 Low.
Yeah, I've been looking at that. Like, yeah, that's a good one. I've been planning. I was
It's
thinking
not
of
mine.
getting that.
It's Raj's. So it's really light.
Yeah, I was looking at that last night. Different colorways though, but the tech it's not React. So I was like, if it was React, then I would have like like gotten it, but it's not React. So I know that Boost is I mean React is Nike's version of Boost or something. So I know it's comportable, but I don't know. I mean, so but that looks cool because I was thinking of like getting that, but I was looking at the tech. I was trying to find out what the cushioning is,
It's
but
like
it doesn't say anything.
regular. It's not
Yeah, I know it doesn't have
nothing special.
any. I don't. It's nothing special, but
Nothing
it
special.
looks
Yeah.
really cool. So if you're just gonna use it for like day at the mall or like like walking, then that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I was really going to buy it, but when I looked at the tech, there was nothing. It's not. I don't know if it's Zoom Air. I'm not even sure if it's
So
if
React
it's Zoom
is a
Air,
good
but
one.
React is the Nike's running shoe cushioning now. I think they're promoting that heavily.
Okay, hold on. Let me check
So
React. Okay, because I mean, I like Boost, man. I'm not sick of Boost yet, but okay, I see it. Okay, got it. It's got that weird like thing. Cause I was thinking that's the one with like the web one. Like you know what I'm saying? The is it the Epic Nike Epic React?
yeah, yeah.
The one it's like it's almost like a bird's nest or something, like a weave. That's the one I'm kind of familiar with. So now they're promoting this one. All right, got it. Have you tried? Have you owned a pair of Reacts?
I have the Air Force. I have the Air Force One React.
Is it comfy?
Well, it is, but then now Starks has been like talking about this like Hoka thing that's like 10, and I mean, so that means React would be like what, like a 6 or a 7 compared to the Hoka. So I mean, yeah, I thought it felt great because I was thinking of like, okay, I already have my Nike Air Force One React, right? So I have that,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought maybe I should just wear this. I should have this as my indoor shoe and not get a new one anymore. But then it's like a white shoe. That's like my white sneaker for when you're going somewhere. So I was like, no, I can't have this. It's like my white sneaker. This is in replacement of my Stan Smith. So I can't have this as my indoor shoe. So I have to get a new indoor shoe. So I'm like, all right, but I tested it. I wore it today. I was like, walking around it in the house and it felt okay. I was like, yeah, React's good. But then now I don't know how it feels to be wearing a Hoka.
Gotta get a
Now that
hookah, man.
Starks told me that it's like a 10 compared to like
Imagine
Boost
this.
or React, like a 6 or a 7.
First day of your job, right? And you're
Right.
entering the establishment, school grounds, and you're bouncing because you've got the hookahs on. So
Yeah, then the kid starts stepping on your shoe.
dude, they don't do that there. They do that here in the Philippines. But binyag dobi, yeah, they don't do that in Japan. Dude, are you kidding me? They do that in the Philippines.
Well, I hope they won't. They're all kids. You know how kids are. Like, doesn't matter if you're Filipino, Japanese, American. Like, they're all silly. They do silly things. That's what kids do. I mean, they
But
start
hey,
stepping on your brand new
I'm
shoe
just
that's worth
saying.
like what, like almost two
I'm
hundred
just.
dollars, and you'd be like, "What the hell,
I know.
man?
I know
Come
you're gonna
on!"
get it. You brought it up. I know you're gonna get it. Because it means you've been checking it out. You've been, scoping the. You know what I'm saying? Like serving the next target. I know. You're checking which colorway to go for and stuff like that. Which was your thing. You gotta go for that. So, dude, new job. Hey, you gotta get a new pair, man. I mean, if it's your therapy, you gotta do that. If it helps you deal with, the new job stress, then you gotta do that. Take your mind off that thing. React is like the boost of Adidas. Yeah, but I'm just, you know what? I wasn't a believer of Boost before, but I never owned Boost. I've just, I was always just looking at it. And when we were in Hong Kong on our vacations, they had one like on sale. Like they have so many like shoe shops there in Hong Kong, and it's just like anywhere basically. They don't even have like doors for them. It's like open. So I walked in one and it was on sale, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check out a Boost. And there's actually a price difference in the ones that says Continental on the sole and the ones that don't. So Continental is, I think, the tire maker. So if the sole is like Continental, it's, I guess, more premium for the Boost, right? So when I got it, and I think at the time I bought a pair of I don't think they were Nikes, but when I switched to the Boost and we did a lot of walking, that's what people do when you're in Hong Kong or wherever you go on vacation. Dude, I could walk all day in them, and it's just you know I can attest to that. I can definitely testify. But the hookahs, I'm telling you, if the Boost is comfortable, the hookahs it's not only comfortable, it's gonna make you look good. So you gotta show me ice. Which one you're eyeing? Which colorway?
I don't know. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta show me which one. Is that confirmed?
What?
No, no. Raj just said that Andrew Tate has like cancer. Lung cancer.
Andrew Tate? Maybe he's just like making it up so that he won't get prosecuted with whatever, or like he can get away from any lawsuit or whatever.
Hold on. Let's check. Andrew Tate denies having cancer. He denied it.
All right. Okay. See, he doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, he has AIDS. No, he did. Andrew Tate's manager claims he has lung cancer, but it's shouldered. Yeah, it's just I guess they're doing this for attention. But it's weird though, because I mean, like when he went into prison, he didn't have hair, and when he's out, like yeah, he has hair. What the heck? So guys really try. Elitenora State for yeah, I heard about that. And so is I think one of the guys from Parokya ni Edgar. I think they're guitar guy, and you know, so it's anyway. So buy the hookahs, ice. You never know. I'm not. I'm just saying. Life's too short.
See,
I
you're the
know.
one telling me all these things, but
Well, I mean, come on, right? Think about it. Think about it. You gotta. That's what life is for. That's why you're working, man. I told you, money has no value unless it is spent. It's just a piece of paper. So, if you're gonna keep looking at your browser and keep checking hookah, 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 and then before you know it, time has passed and it's not a big thing anymore and it's not popular anymore and you never actually you really got to remember it. Gab? Yeah, Gab. You're talking about Gab from Parokya, right? Oh, terrible, man. So, anyways, prayers up for LA and that parroquia guy. They should have gotten the hookahs when they had the chance. So, all right. So, all right, man. So, how are you preparing for it? Are you like, is everything new now? Like new lesson plan, new. I mean, do you guys carry like a bag around when you go to school? How does that work?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just got myself a new like backpack yesterday. I got
To me?
Nike.
Oh, I thought you got to me.
No, I know I got like a Nike 30-liter backpack, and it's cool because right now my indoor shoe is like an Air Max One, so I'm wearing an Air Max One as an indoor shoe, and well, it's okay because I stand, but I do a lot of sitting as well, so it's not like I will be standing the whole day.
Yeah.
But um, last when was that? Like last Thursday when I went for like a training day, dude, my body hurt. I mean, it was, oh my god, it really hurt a lot. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's the shoe or maybe I just did a lot of exercise the night before. It could be that. But Clifton 8. I'm thinking of the. What do you think of the? I'm thinking of the. Actually, I'm more thinking of the Ringcon. I like the Ringcon's aesthetics. Like I saw, I'm eyeing the Ringcon 3. You think that's good enough? Yeah, I've seen the Cliftons, but I'm eyeing the Rincon 8. So a Rincon 3. Rincon 3. Hang on, let me see. Rincon. Right.
The soles look thicker on the Rincons than the Clifton, right?
Well, this is what it looks like. All right, hang
Yeah, it
on.
looks not.
Okay.
I actually prefer the Rincons as well. I mean, it looks it looks like it's more hardcore. Like if you wear the Rincons at a like a marathon or something, people would be like, dude, that guy has a new job. That guy definitely has a new job.
The whites look nice,
Oh,
but
that's
I
nice. That is nice.
right?
That's nice. That's nice. That is nice.
Check that out. Yeah.
Man, that is nice. Yeah.
So man, I
Add
don't
to
know.
cart. Add to cart.
Do they go true to size? I mean, is it like Adidas? You have to like,
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Dude, that is nice.
go
I see you
half
wearing that.
go down half a size, or is it like true to size? Because Nike is like true to size.
Dude, what's that little? Read what it says. The little print says, "Manufactured by Rubber World." Oh crap! Not, dude, I knew it. It's
The
wide, maybe
official
half size
outfitter
down.
of the PBA.
It is wide, so maybe half size down. Okay.
But no, well, this one is well, they say this one is not the because they okay, hang on. Starks they say like wide is available, but this is the regular one. So like the wide, so they have like the wide version and they have the regular version. So if I go for the regular version, so that means I should go true to size, right? Because like here when if you look at the website, there's like regular and wide. So if I go for so okay, true to size if it's regular. All right. Anyway, well, I don't know, man. I mean,
Dude, just get a hookah and then no, just get like Skechers or something, and then just like put a hookah sticker
why
on
are
it.
we talking about it? I mean, no, it's more of like my anxiety towards my new life. It's more of that. I yeah. I mean, before
Retail
leaving,
therapy. Retail therapy.
yeah, I know retail therapy, right? I think that works. Before leaving the Philippines, I was so anxious, right? We were talking, and everybody's been convincing me that, hey, yeah, I mean, like it's Japan. You for the most part, you were talking about, well, it's Japan. It's a first world country. It's a
It's not
developed
like you have
country.
a
You
choice,
you
dude.
you'd
It's not like you had a choice.
right, but you were talking me into it. I was like, no, I don't really want to go. I enjoy. I enjoy radio. I enjoy the Philippines. I love my life there. But you were the one who was like, no, you should go. And everybody was like, yeah, you should go. And I was like so anxious. I was so scared.
Because I wanted you to start
And
eating steak because you kept eating giniling all the time. And Joe would like pick gulay and you would pick giniling and I would pick like I don't know what and you would like share. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
you would pick eggplant. You always pick
Yes,
eggplant with
dude.
meat.
Tortang talo. Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
yeah, right. You would pick
Yes.
eggplant, then meat,
Yes.
then you would not have any
Joe,
rice.
Joe would be gulay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, I would have some
Right?
of your giniling and put it on top of my.
Right,
That's
yeah.
right. And
So
then
yeah, because we
yeah,
would eat at Palamigan, the three of us,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
remember you not ordering rice. You'll have the eggplant, and you'll have some meat, sometimes fish.
yeah.
Then yeah, I think Joe would get the
Gulay.
vegetable, but I would get giniling and rice with
Yeah,
a free soup.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was
Then I
yeah.
remember me and Flip Mode. We would go to Bangkarohan before, and we would like buy one giniling, one order of giniling. We would split it. We would we would share it, and we'll order one pop cola. Then we'll have rice each. Then
Mm-hmm.
we'll ask for free soup.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, we would be paying like just about in total about 25 pesos for both our meals. And then next thing you know, this guy has this Instagram photo of him hanging out at the Marina Bay Sands at their what do you call that? Infinity pool? Do you call that infinity pool?
Still ordering
And,
giniling
and
at
I
the
was like,
hawker,
who would
at the
have
hawker.
thought?
What?
Yeah, I know, right? I brought it up, and I don't know if he ordered grilling at Marina Bay Sands. I hope he didn't. But I was like, who would have thought, right? Like this guy
Dude,
would be yeah hanging out at the Marina Bay Sands.
you underestimate your circle, man, including yourself. You know, you underestimate your circle, including yourself. It's like it's not that we would have thought. It's like I think deep inside we knew that it was gonna happen, and that you know that you
But
got
I
to
don't
get
know. I
the
mean,
like back then,
see,
right?
here's the thing: life is all about being happy where you are. Right? It has to be that
Mm-hmm.
every time. And
Mm-hmm.
there would be times that you would be in a very uncomfortable position, but then it all works out. And sometimes if you rise above it, things good things happen. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that I think you just have to keep in mind that you have to rise above whatever the situation is, whether it be comfortable, or is it like one of those uncomfortable times in your life. Then you have to
Mm-hmm.
rise above it, because surely good things will follow, after you
By the
adjusted
hookah.
to it. After you buy the hookah, after you buy the hookah,
See,
things will get better.
I knew what this episode was gonna be about. You just needed convincing, man. That's basically it. Because I knew they were like, dude, can we do the episode? Can we do the show?
Do
Can we
you
do-" I
know?
knew it. I knew it. That's
it's
basically
it's
it.
it's still about, like, I'm always asking people about, like, 'cause I've been thinking about, okay, my job basically for the last 15 years. Dude, it's like I'm a student. I have a summer break, I have a spring break, I have a winter break. Damn, I'm a grown ass man. Grown ass people don't have these things. You don't have a summer break. You're a grown up, you're an adult. You don't have summer breaks. You have those holidays, right?
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
short
yeah.
holidays, but you
Yeah.
don't have these long holidays.
You have
And
sick
when
leave. You have sick leave.
yeah, you have a sick leave or whatever. But then when
Paternity
I
leave.
kind of like,
Paternity
oh,
leave.
I have to change careers, I immediately thought of like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss my long breaks. And then one uh one colleague asked me like, do you really need a long break? I'm like, well, not really. I was thinking like, no, probably not. And one of them told me like, well, 10 days is long enough. Like, you don't need a month or 40 days. What are you gonna do? Like, lie your ass around, not do anything? Although
Dude,
I'm getting
that
some
guy's not
money,
a
but
gamer. That guy is not a gamer, all right? He doesn't get it.
I'm not a gamer. That's the thing. I'm
I'm
not a
telling you,
gamer.
if you're grinding, you're leveling up, you're trying to build up your character, dude. I can give him like 1,000 things to do, on his break. But this guy obviously would rather be at work. But the bottom line here is, you gotta get yourself a pair, right? Get yourself a pair. That's the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is like, you you like the build up, you like the the convincing and stuff. I'm like, hey guys, look what I got. I just like I'm impulsive, so I get it, and then I'm like, I'll show it to you, and usually what ends up is like somebody will comment something negative about it because I didn't even like ask beforehand. Like my wife, feel like I'll buy a pair of whatever, and I'll show it to my wife. Babe, look, my wife will like, ay, ayoko yung color. Ay, parang makaitim man yan sa'yo, babe. I'm like, ah, shiz. You know what I'm saying? So I get why you do that. It's like you're trying to get sort of the opinion of other people because sometimes when we like something, we're blinded by it.
I
Like,
want to know if it's worth it. That's the only thing that
it's worth
that I
it.
want to know.
It's worth it.
Okay, Starks. How about Reebok? Like that Zig, whatever. Like they have that
Boo!
technology, the
Boo! Hoka,
Zig.
hoka, hoka. Reebok, come
That's
on.
more affordable. That's like only like what, $50?
Dude, why don't you just go get Fila's or something?
Fila's from France too.
Dude, Fila is like the bargain bin in the US. That's like what the black folks buy, like if they can't afford, the higher end ones. I know there's like
Hoka, hoka, hoka.
Fila. You
Come
get the
on,
pair, man.
man.
Show it to us. You gotta get a pair. Show it. And I'm gonna go check out some of the posts of my friends who do all this like marathon and the fun runs and all that stuff. I'm gonna check if that's what they're wearing because there's this other brand. Remember, there's this other brand. It's not Solomon or something. It's another brand. Um, it's not Saucony, but it kind of looks like it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a running shoe, and they strictly only make like running shoes. And I forgot what it's called, but it's not Solomon. Is it Solomon? Um, it's almost like the Saucony's, the running shoe Saucony's. Hold on. Okay, let's check. Running shoes. Oh, there's Asics. There's Asics. There's what else? Dude, oh, what's this other brand? Abacus? What the heck? Alpine. But Hoka, I think, is the most fashionable. Best running shoes for men, according to CNET. Okay, what brand is this? If you just really want a good reviewed shoe, Brooks. Oh, remember Brooks? Dude, that's old school, man.
Yeah, Brooks. I
That's
remember
old
that.
school. Brooks, yeah, that's old school. Brooks.
Salomon. What's Salomon?
Is it Salomon? Is that the one? I think that's the one we're talking about. Um. Okay. Yeah, that's the best looking one is definitely what's it called? Oka. I mean, if Ann Curtis decided to get it, you got to go get it. Add to cart. No choice. New job, new shoes. Okay, there's one called. Oh no, these are Saucony's. They're running shoes. I think Hoka kind of copied like the hardcore Saucony running shoes, but they made the soles like thicker because there's an ear similarity to Saucony's. If only you could see. But anyways, all right. So when are we doing our next show? Because Raj still has a couple of exams.
I don't know. Saturday's fine with me.
Saturday. Okay, so you're not
If
doing any work stuff yet. Like you're
no,
what
no,
you're
not yet. Like I'm doing online training right now, but my formal work starts 31st. That's like training for 1 week. So there's
okay.
not actual students yet. So that would be like after the first week of April. That would be that's when the bloodbath begins.
Oh
I
crap.
mean, metaphorically speaking, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that would
The,
be like the biggest uh, so far, biggest challenge so far for me. Because that would be like all the way. That would be like an everyday thing. When I did kindergarten before, that was like what, once a month, and I would complain about it. But then that was different because you would just be doing English activities and you'd be playing with the kids. This time you're not playing with the kids. You'd be playing with them, but you're not going to be moving around a lot because you're going to be teaching. So it's more of like you have to communicate with them, you have to converse with them, you have to teach them things, you have to educate them, you have to ask them questions, and it's child centered approach now, right? Like I think most um, most education or like what do you call that, education institutions, right? Like do that approach, like the child-centered approach. I,
hmm
I don't know if is that what Raj is doing in his school right now. Do you know any of this shit that's
um,
like happening,
I
like
think
the
they're
whatever approach?
I think it depends on the school mainly. But I think for the most part, they probably do that like just earlier stages of school life because at the end of the day, if you train the kid to be educated in that way and then they go to like another school and they don't practice that method, because I mean I don't know if it's universal in Japan. If it's universal in Japan, then so be it. Like the saying that
I think
nobody
it's going
fails,
that way these
like
days. Like
no kid should fail,
like
right?
because I haven't been in the Philippines for quite a while. So the only method I know is the teacher centered approach. Like the teacher gives a lecture, teacher ask you to open your book, then they start talking about whatever it is
Now it's more
that you're talking
personalized,
about on
right?
that day, right? So now it's more of like, oh yeah, like you have to get them interested in like, oh, what's this? I mean, I never did that. Like, when the teacher's talking, you shut up. You don't ask
Well, it's
questions.
private school. It's private school, dude. So you gotta kind of treat each kid different. Because I mean, like for
I
example,
know, but
some
yeah, I went to Ateneo in kindergarten. I mean, that's an expensive ass school. But we were not like, oh, you were like, oh, they shut up. I'm like doing the lecture, shut up. Listen, you're going to have a test. You answer the questions. You get it right or else you fail. That's how it was for us.
so why'd you go to Ateneo then?
What?
Why'd you go to Ateneo if it's the same thing?
No, I know it's not. No, no, well, that's how it was everywhere. I don't think it was any different in other schools. I think that's how it was during
No,
our
it
time.
is now. It is now. Like some schools are more focused on children more artistic, and some it's like it focuses more on math and sciences or something. And I know Chuck, I know Mao enrolled Nitsi in this school in Huna before, and it's kind of like the kids don't progress at the same time. So if your child is already like progressing ahead, she can go ahead, so she doesn't get left like and some of the kids who are they're not really left behind, but for example, let's say like myself, I'm good in art, I'm good in abstract reasoning, I'm not particularly good in math and all that stuff, so I shouldn't be held back in my progress in the other subjects just because I'm weak in another subject. And I think that's kind of like what our educational system is. It's like even if you excel in English and other subjects, but if you fail algebra or whatever, like you can't you're held back. Like you have to retake all those subjects uniformly. Like you have to repeat that English, you have to repeat that, unless it's college where it's by units. But in grade school generally it's like that, and I think that's the flaw in the system because we now know that a lot of the kids who are very wealthy at a young age, they're not wealthy because they went through the normal route of like they worked, they saved, they became rich, they became successful. No, it's like they're YouTubers, they're artistic, they're talented, the shortcut to fame and wealth, and it's because they have that talent. So imagine if if they all relied in school and the educational system that's been laid out for us, which is not really designed for those like myself, who's creative, who's artistic, but not necessarily bookish and academically whatever. Like us, we're talkative guys, right? I mean, I'm sure if you were a child and you had that option to like, okay, you can actually pursue a career in podcasting. I mean, would you prefer to be a salesman or would you prefer to be whatever, anything else besides doing this? No, you were born a talker, but they didn't have that career option back then. I wouldn't be surprised if much later they'll have that podcast 101. Because I mean, if you ask kids now what they want to be, they don't want to be doctors, they don't want to be lawyers. They want to be vloggers, YouTubers. What does Snow want to be?
Hmm.
A ninja fighter? What does Snow want to be? Have you asked her?
No, like I don't think she knows what she wants to be yet.
I
Like
mean, like, where's she leaning towards? Is she like more into physical, artistic, or musical?
well, she plays the piano. She likes drawing shit, but I don't know. I mean, I don't
What's
know if
something
she's
that you
good at
don't
it.
force? Like something that she just does naturally. Like Rod, he just picks up an iPad and draws like all night without me encouraging him to do it. Because I mean, if you enroll your kids to
No,
like
she'll just
a
play games. That's what she would
no,
do.
but she's a gamer. She's a Twitch streamer. That's what she is. That's what
No,
she. What?
it's like
See, that's the kind of parent you are, and you were a DJ, dude. You think if you told your parents you want to be a DJ when you grow
Yeah,
up,
but
they'd
I
let
wouldn't
you?
be a DJ. Okay, I wouldn't be a DJ if my father didn't point me to the books. The only reason why I could do this job because I read a lot right before, like actually. Okay, here's the thing. I became a DJ, but I was able to become a DJ because I was equipped
You were well
in
read.
that sort of right.
You
If I
filled
didn't
your head.
read all those books, if I didn't follow what my dad told me, he was saying like, you know what, just read a lot of books, and I was like, really? Like, yeah. I mean, the way to be fluent in English is to be
Correct.
like sort of a bookworm,
Correct.
read and read. And
Correct.
if you read, just don't read with your eyes, read with your mouth. Read aloud and listen to yourself. And I was like, all right, fine. Then I did that. I don't think I don't think I'd be a DJ if I didn't follow his advice on how to be good at
Dude. Dude,
the spoken language.
I don't think Mao reads a lot. Mao's not the type who's like has a
Yeah, but then
Mao won't even finish a magazine, dude. Come on. He doesn't
yeah,
have the pay.
but
He's
so
like, F
it
the shit.
it goes without saying. So it's okay. Chuck has a lot of strong points, but then talk show is not one of his strong points.
Okay.
But
Yelling
both
is.
of us, we can like do the talk
Ye-
show, and we don't even
yelling
need scripts, right?
yelling out the wrong event name. Be Friday Madness. It's Big
Right?
Party
I
Series.
mean, we both have our like. I'm not. I don't think I'm a voice. I'm a voiceover guy. I'm not that
I'm not.
guy.
I'm not.
But like me and you, we can be on stage, and even if they don't give us a piece of paper,
We
we
have
can
something.
survive for 3 4 hours.
We always have something to
That would be a
say.
walk in the park. Yeah. So I
That's
mean,
true.
it's because of like I'm pretty sure you're a comic. Me, I read comics. It's not just books that I read, but I read a lot of comics when I was a kid. Tagalog comics, English comics. Then I read a lot of like books. What do you call
For
those?
grown up.
Some books. Like for
Pet
kids.
house,
Not.
penthouse
Yeah, I read
forums,
those too.
penthouse forums. Hey, penthouse forums is a good read. All right.
Those Disney books, I read them when I was a kid. Then yeah, those pocket books when I was in
Reader's
first year and
Digest.
second year high school.
Reader's
Reader's
Digest.
Digest. Co-
Current events.
How do you say that? Quotable quotes like that. That was my favorite.
Ooh. Laughter, the best medicine, right?
Yes. So that's the reason why. If I just leave my kid alone and she just like play all these like silly stuff online, I don't think she's gonna get. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna get anything
Dude,
out of it.
She has to be able to read, right? To be able to navigate the game. So
No, these
it's
are
still
like
reading. It's still,
like
it's still reading, dude.
I don't think she knows how to read English, and she's playing English games. So I don't think she knows how to read. Like I think she can read Japanese, but these are not Japanese games she's playing. So I doubt that. So these are like all pictures and whatever. But I don't know.
Never, you never know, dude. She could be a game designer. Come on, man. I mean, look at what's his name. Mark Zuckerberg went to Harvard for what? Wait, I mean, he could have created Facebook at home, right? I mean, he had
No,
that option.
probably not. Probably not. If he
Why
didn't go to
not?
Harvard, I think when he went to Harvard, like some of the
He had to
experiences he
connect.
had there led
Oh yeah, yeah,
led
you're right, you're right, you're
him
right,
to
you're right.
making Facebook.
You're right, you're
If
right.
he
Because
stayed
of the
at
girls,
home,
yeah, the girls,
he'd
yeah,
just
dude.
be jerking off the whole time.
Because they were students of Harvard, right? The girls and
Yeah.
the pretty
Right.
girls and
Right.
the yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, got it.
Yes.
That's why it's called
Yes.
Facebook. Got it.
Yeah.
You have a point. You have a point.
Because I think they
Look at
had
this.
like what a face whatever, like a face mash. I
Yeah,
think
it's like
that wasn't
you
Facebook, it
vote,
was
like
like a
you
face
vote
mash or something.
her
Yeah.
or her, like you vote
Uh,
for those two. Like they, got it, got it. You have a point. You have a point. See, one thing leads to another. You never know. But either way, you got to get Hoka, man. You got to get Hoka, dude.
hang on, what's this? 105.9 Mountain. What's this?
I know, no, no. It's like remember, I'm like the frequency dude. That's like
I know, but oh
it's
yeah,
a
it didn't occur to me. But
it's a
is this
radio
from
station.
America?
It's a radio station in the U.S. Yeah, hold on. What does it
All right,
say? 105 point.
105.9 Mountain. The
Yeah, read
Mountain
it.
FM? What's that? All right, okay. 105.9 FM, The Mountain, everything that rocks. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a rock station then,
it is. It is. It is. Yeah.
right? See,
So
like radio is not that. I mean, because of YouTube and whatever, like Spotify. See, the big difference is like you don't have DJs anymore who say all these things. 105.9, The Mountain, everything that rocks, right? Like like growing up, we all have that. 96.3 Star FM.
Eagly.
I I mean, you hear people say all these things now. It's just like you go on YouTube, you listen to the music. There's nothing. There's no life. It's just the music. I know music is good. It's nice, but
Dude,
it's so different when you hear
there
like
was a
okay, even
guy at
even if you
Mellow
say it's
Touch
ngilingig,
before.
like
There was a guy at Mellow Touch before at 3 a.m. He'd be like, the Mellow Touch. You're listening to the Mellow. It's like at 3
I know
a.m.
that guy.
I
I
would
know that
listen.
guy.
I'd be with Miguel,
You
like
know
playing the guitar and playing chiquicha and drinking Red Horse, and I would hear
who
that. I'm
was
like,
that guy?
this
His name
guy's not. I'm
was
like, this guy's not a DJ, man.
no, he's not. He's not. I think I know who you're talking about. That guy used to be a security guard, right? So he was a security guard at the building, and he was offered like sort of. I think he wanted to be a
The
spinner.
Mellow Touch.
So in
Can
the
you
beginning, I
talk?
think he was given like a spinner position. Then he started talking.
And nobody knew because it was like 3 a.m. Right?
No, 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 no. I think like people knew about it, and it was just like all right, whatever. It's like early in the morning
And
anyway.
now, and now he's known as Kevin Rage, right?
No, you should ask Kevin about it. Kevin knows this guy. Forgot his name. Kevin knows this guy.
I'm just
Me
kidding. I'm
and Kevin
kidding.
would talk about it.
Dude, dude, Kevin Ryan speaks better English than I do. I'm just kidding, alright? He knows that's a joke.
I think I don't know. I'm not sure if my recollection is accurate, but I think he also hated the fact that he was talking. I think he hated that fact. He's one of those guys who hated it. But me, I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, he
Dude,
wants to
I
talk.
hated
Let him
it.
talk.
I didn't work at Miller Touch. I hated it. The Miller Touch. I'm like, dude, just play the freaking breaker or something. You're listening to the Miller Touch.
I forgot he rides a bike.
Man,
Yeah, I think that's the backstory. He was a security guard.
dude,
Then he got the spinner
that is
position.
not a resume for a broadcaster to be. Ride a bike,
I know,
security
but
guard.
that's why I'm saying Kevin Rage was so furious when that happened. I think he didn't like it. But me, I don't work
The
for
thing
Mellow Touch. I'm
he
like,
didn't
all
use
right,
Kevin
whatever.
Rage's name. What was Kevin Rage's air name back then?
Hang on. What was his name there? It's not Kevin Rage. I forgot.
What if he used Kevin Rage's name? Or
No,
your
like
name?
no, 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 no. What was his name there? I forgot. Holy shit, Kevin Rage, Kevin Rage, Kevin Rage.
Ryan?
No, it wasn't Ryan. It wasn't Ryan. Like what was his name there?
Pretty boy Ryan.
No, that wasn't his name. I would remember it. Like, man, that was a long time ago. This was like back in 2000. I owe Kevin Rage because my slot ends at 12 at
Mm-hmm.
K91. Kevin would be doing like the 4 to 6 time slot
Mm-hmm.
because he has like a side gig. He's DJing at Circle.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be finished there around 2, 3. Then Kevin would be like working until no, 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 like Kevin would start like at 4. But then there's this guy, but I think that guy was gone already. Like when I was there, but they would keep talking about it. So there was this other dude. His name is what's his name? What's his name?
Do you know?
Cyril. All right, Cyril.
Okay.
Cyril was the one in charge from 12 to 4, right?
Okay.
So they let me sleep in their booth. I felt uncomfortable sleeping alone in the K91 booth. So I would go to the Mellow Touch booth and I would have like a sort of a cardboard there and I have my sleeping bag and I would just like, like sleep there. And they're cool with it. Cyril was really nice. And Kevin would come in at around 3 or something. He'd like have a coffee or something or like, like noodles. I have to wake up at 4 because I have to play the Planet Rock at K91. But I would have like this like pre-recorded CD, and I would just like play it, and I wouldn't even play stuff there. I would just like insert like 1 hour of like rock whatever, and I would just like go chat with Kevin. So me and Kevin Rage would chat like a long time, right? Like for 2 hours, we'd be talking about like like formats and talk shows and shit, and yeah, so like we go way back, me and Kevin Rage. So when I applied for Killer Bee at that time, right before you did, I think it was me or Kevin at that point. But I think because the people who worked there had a voice, so they had to like. So I think I won the like it's not an election, but they voted. I think I got like a couple more votes, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. But I think I know Mr. Ripper voted for him. So I mean, if he got the job, then that would have been cool with me. But Well, I think I got lucky to have like a couple more votes, so I got in first. Then I think I don't know where. I think he was still with Mellow Touch. I'm not sure. But then you came along, so
Mm-hmm.
you got in, and then Chuck came in, right?
Yeah.
So I think
And
Kevin left and went somewhere for I don't know for some
I think he
reason.
was at a home radio. He was at home radio.
He was
He
at
did
home
home.
radio. All
He
right,
did home
okay. But
radio.
then eventually joined Killer B, right? So
Yeah, I think even
yeah,
managed
basically
him. I'm not sure.
that's the history of it. But yeah, but they let me sleep there, and I know that guy. He used to be a security guard, and he's not supposed to talk, but he eventually talked, and I don't know. It went all
Like,
downhill from
are
there.
you even a KBP passer? The mellow tats. I mean,
Hey, did you
you know
take the
what?
KBP test?
Yes, I did. I passed, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
I passed too. I passed too.
I have my ID. I still have my ID. Look, I still have my ID, dude. Do you have your ID?
No, I don't know. Where's my KBP? I don't remember. Like,
Dude, I
I don't
still
have my
have my
KBP
ID.
ID anymore.
Come on.
I'm a member. I passed it. I'm a member. Are you a lifetime member if you passed it once?
Dude, look at my ID. See? Right there.
It's like a Robinson's Rewards. It's not your KBP ID.
But I get points. Do I have a KBP ID? I'm not gonna. Here it is. For reals. Here it is. See? Broadcaster for life. There it is. Uh-huh. Kapisana ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Oh man, where's my KBP ID?
See there. The card holder is insured after 25,000. Hey, how come we never claimed this? 25,000 pesos. Okay. Wow. I did not know that. The head
What?
of
What? Like you can get 25,000 pesos?
yeah, the head of KBP back then was Gozon, the guy who owns CMA. Right? That's right
All
there.
right.
See? And at the back, it says the executive of KBP is Ferrante Portillo. Sounds familiar. Dude, I miss those guys. I honestly, you know what? It's not even the work that I miss. I mean, I do miss it, of course, but it's the people, dude.
I
Like
know. I
just
know.
hanging out every day and
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Me, even Chief Pulong, we go way, way back. Cause you know what? Even before I worked for Killer B, I think. See, here's the thing. You have got to be nice to everybody, right? I think I got more votes because of these technicians, like Chief Pulong, Nixon. Because I was with K91 and they would go in the DJ's booth and we would chat for hours and we would talk about like anything.
mhm.
And, like we had a relationship.
You would libak the other DJs, right?
Yeah, for like I think
Ay, kanang si
sometimes,
Kuan,
yeah.
hambugero kay na.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, to be honest,
Si
like
Rod
there were
Rodriguez,
conversations about
taba
that.
na, taba na. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
There
That
were
was Mike Man.
conversations like that back then, but for the most part, it was just like stuff that that people talk about,
Like,
like
pangutang 100.
plans,
Pangutang
dreams.
100.
No, I don't think they like. We were in the same boat at that time. I didn't have a lot of money.
I know.
I
That's
also like
that's
right,
why
so
I'm
they couldn't.
amazed.
They couldn't.
No, I'm amazed at you, dude. Mao would borrow money. Mao's the socialite. Mao's a conyo kid. He's borrowing from you. I'm like, dude, doesn't that like kind of give you an ego boost a little bit? You're like, yeah, yeah. Managing Laverock, huh? Okay. Konyo kid, huh? Bayad,
Like
bayad.
he would borrow 100 from me, and I'd be like,
Dude,
I'm like holding on to that 100. Like he'd be like,
I had
let me
plans.
take the
I
100.
had
Like,
plans. I had plans for this.
be sure to give it back. Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you back, man. Come on. Like, he'd be like, when did I not pay you back? I'm like, well, yeah, you have it. Well,
I know
yeah, you
that
always pay me back,
that
but like
that
sometimes
that's
after a
how
month.
Mao does it. The sisindakin ka. That's how Mao does it. Come on, dude. You're like you'll see something like all of a sudden you're like you can't argue with him, you know? Because I mean, like he sounds so convincing. Yeah,
Here's my 100 pesos, and it's always like this.
dude,
Like,
dude. That's what I'm telling you, Ice. Now that you finally, because I'm sure when you were stuck with that 100, and Mao's just gonna borrow it anyways. Might as well buy shoes with it. Might as well might as well spend it on
get the
yourself.
hookah.
You know,
Get the hookah.
might as well spend it on yourself. Because I mean, that's what I'm
Dude, can I
saying.
borrow 100 from you? Dude, I bought a hookah, man. Here's the receipt. You can't borrow from me anymore.
Pahiram
I
na
bought
ng
the
pahiram
hookah.
na ng hookah doon. I need shoes. Mao's like, would call me up. It's like, dude, pahiram ng barong. I'm like, dude, that's a barong, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you wear that the wrong way, that shit's gonna be like, man. I mean, I'm not talking gusut mayaman. I'm talking like, cause I know he's gonna drink with it. He's gonna like lie down on the beach with it. He's gonna leave it somewhere,
But no, I
and
mean, you're not a like okay. He's taller than you, right?
yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
it should
fits
be
him.
like custom fit, right?
No,
If
it
it's a
fits him,
barong, it should be custom fit.
dude. Man, it fits him. You know what I'm saying? It's like it fits him. Cause I mean, barongs are oversized. You know, like at least the most of them are. So they're oversized. So Mao wears it. You know, he's got a smaller frame, but he does have a taller frame. So he'd be like to get. I mean, that's the thing with Mao. It's like he'll call you, like he'll borrow something, and you. It's not that you don't trust him. It's like he's your friend and everything. It's just that you know he drinks and he forgets, and he like, you know, when you ask him about it, he'll be like, "Hala, dude, galong. Someone like him." Like you know, you just know he's gotta be. He's big, and he doesn't like. You know what I'm
There's a
saying?
hole in your barong now. Like, oh, what's this hole right here? Bonus.
Ano ba to? Pinya, pinya yung barong ko. Ano ba to? Ano? He'll give you a different barong. Pinya Jose.
Napaso, napaso.
Pinya. No, but I mean, you know, that's the thing.
Husi.
That's what I miss about that job. It's you know, I didn't even have to be nice to anyone. It's just we just clicked. I mean, you know, I mean, I didn't have to be nice. We were just natural. Because I mean, I've worked at other stations before. I worked with other people before, and it was a kind of an effort, you know, to be nice. Like you don't get where they're coming from. You don't. It's hard to level with these people. It's like they see radio as like a different thing. For us, it was just like we had a life outside of radio. We all had, you know, you had your set of friends. We didn't go in radio trying to make something out of ourselves, per se. You know, we were already kind of defined as people. So when we entered radio, we didn't let it consume us. You know, when we entered radio, we just had fun, and it, I guess it manifested itself on air that these guys are just natural. These guys are not trying to be cool or anything. Like they're totally self-deprecating with their humor. And we just totally did the opposite. I'm sure the other jocks that came before us, when they listened, they'd be like, "Oh my God, these guys! You know, you're DJs. You're supposed to be cool. You're supposed to be untouchable. You're supposed to like not talk about like eating ding dong and crap. You know, like you, you can't be talking about things that regular people do because you're." And we're like, "Nah." You know, that's why people visited us because they're like, they felt that connection, and you were able to express things that were just thoughts in their heads. Whereas the other guys were like, you know, they're in denial of that life and rather create a fictional life on air, which is, I guess, okay too, you know. But, anyways, you know, we're done with
Yeah,
that.
that's
People,
kind of weird, right? I think I heard that before. Like, oh, you're a radio DJ, you're a radio personality. You should have like this different persona on air. And it's just like, well, yeah, kinda,
yeah,
but
if you're a dork, but we're cool people, so we don't need we don't need that.
that's
But
true.
I
That's
mean, kidding
true.
aside, you know, it's that's why when you have your young like junior jocks coming in, they're always trying so hard to be cool, and I'm like, I don't even talk like that. Like I don't do I talk like that? Like I mean, if you're kind of wondering if they're basing it upon your performance, I'm like, I don't even talk like that because for them it's like they try so hard to be at a level where that they're not that mature yet as a broadcaster. So it shows, you know. Um, it's like speak in sentences. Don't speak in paragraphs yet, because we're not even doing that, and they're already trying to do that. That means they missed the picture, and that's the thing with us when we started that group, that particular batch. We were all at that same maturity level, experience level, age level. So none of us really struggled. Did anybody struggle? No,
No, I don't think so.
no, right? Like nobody really like left. Just some were like junior jocks and kind of didn't really last very long and just disappeared. But I mean, you know, the only one that was kind of not that was a short stint was Carol, I think, right? Carol didn't because Carol had to travel or something. Because Carol only lasted less than a year, I think. Right? Were you still there when Carol joined
Wow.
us?
No, no, I was already out.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't last very
I
long.
think she joined a year after I left,
Yeah.
or probably a couple of years. Because when I came back, I think She was part of the group
Yeah, she
when
was
I had
doing a
my
show
first
with Pinky.
vacation.
She had a show with Pinky.
So I think Pinky and her were like in the group when I came back for the first time.
And Chris Fox, I think, right?
Yeah, Chris Fox. Yeah, was Chris Fox there when I was there? I think he was already there when I was still there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Was he?
Yes, yes, yes. We have a group picture together at Ladislao. Remember, you were there, and Chris Fox was
No,
there.
yeah, but I was on vacation at that time. So I don't know if Chris Fox was there, but no, I don't think he was there yet. Was he there
Nah,
yet?
I don't. I don't. You know what? If if John Yap was still around and Gabby and all those guys were hanging out before you left, I don't think Chris Fox was around yet that time. I think it was like it was Marge and that other group who were doing the weekend board time, like
Right,
John Starks.
right.
So he wasn't there yet. I don't think he was there, and then he just joined like much later when we actually had the
Yeah,
hiring process.
because that was like, yeah, it's I mean, it was just so hard to leave at that point. Um, I remember counting the
Imagine how I,
days.
I how I felt like having to do the show on my own. At least you kind of lived a different life there. I had to go in
Yeah,
that booth and deal with the people who were listeners, and
it
I'm
was
like,
very because I think I got my visa around what like around May or something, and I have like 3 months to travel. I think it will expire on August 31st. So I actually like left on the last day of the visa expiring, I think. So I left August 31st. See, I didn't even care about like flight delays or whatever.
mm-hmm,
Because if my flight was delayed, I wouldn't be able to get in. That's what was what was going to happen if that happened. But I really stayed until the last day. So I got the visa around May, and I already started counting down. And no matter how hard you try to forget about it, or you try to, it will come. It's like it's with this new job now. It's like, oh my God, it's going to be about like 3 weeks. Now it's only about a week. And it will happen. It will happen at some point. And it's the same thing. Like 3 months, and I've been like going out. I'm meeting people. Like come home at 3, 4, or no, like come home at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. with you guys.
mm-hmm.
We were doing a lot of fun stuff, and it was very hard up to like the last day of my work day at Killer Bee. I didn't even take a leave. I mean, I was just like I worked until the last day. Like the night before I have to leave early in the morning, I still worked. I didn't sleep. So it was really hard to just like leave. I cried at the airport. I miss my family. I miss my life there. And I was in the airplane still crying. And it was like really hard. And I think it was a mistake that I told my wife when I hugged her. The first time I met her was, like the first time I met her here in Japan, after, getting married. So she waited for me, and I got out of like the airport, or like at least the what do you call that place where you get like the luggage, whatever. Like went past through
Mm,
immigration, so I finally like got to meet her and hugged her, and I told her I miss everybody back home, and that broke her heart, and she didn't say anything. And I think that was like a bit hard, but I'm thinking like, well, it's a given that I'm here because I love you. I'm here because of you. So I mean, basically, I would just like say that, yeah, I miss everybody back home because. But I think, I mean, that was a mistake on my part, I guess. And yeah, it was just so hard to like to think about that. But now I'm like thinking like it's the same thing, similar, but yeah, I mean, it's not as heavy as that particular time. So I'm thinking like maybe I should be fine. Maybe I should be okay. Because I was okay. I mean, that thing that happened back in 2007, that was life changing. I mean, I didn't even want to do that. I was like, no, I didn't want to leave, and I did. Holy shit! And then now, how long has it been? Like what? 15 years?
it's
Holy
been too
shit!
long, dude. It's been too long.
You have 2 kids now.
Mm-hmm.
Then left when what's this? I broke up. Very wrong decision. Ah, okay, all right, okay. So Starks also worked um for Killer Bee. I know, like Junior Jock, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. John starts would show up and join me in the show, bring some of his friends as well, and yeah. The thing with John was like I think when he got into radio, he really fell into what we were into. So he fell in love with the talk show aspect of it right away. Whereas with us, when we started with radio, it was like we didn't think we could pull that off. But that was just the time when talk shows were really starting to get popular, like Boys Night Out. Like all the magic shows in Manila, they were all tandem and talk shows. The afternoon shows, Mo Twister in the morning, and then Boys Night Out at night, and they were all talk shows. They were all like kind of, it was actually all talked out already. And when we did it, we were, I wouldn't say we were the pioneers of talk. I mean, you did that when you were still Chris Rock. You were already doing the tandem talk show format, but having that kind of following and it's just I don't
Because
know.
we were young and it was
We
so
worked.
much fun. Like I have something to say, you have something to say, and all of those things were actually nonsense. But it was good for like it was good for a late night talk when people are studying. I don't know, like just staying awake because they can't go to sleep yet, right? And people just working at hospitals or whatever, or even people at call centers and the guards and whatnot, like jeepney drivers, taxi drivers, like people in their cars going home late at night. There's just like all sorts of people listening to us, and we have like different experiences that we talk about, different like growing
But
up.
dude, it's chemistry, man. The
I
chemistry,
think it's
because
chemistry
there were
too.
so many things that we were raised differently, and our family backgrounds like could be any more different. But there were so many things that I would bring up, and you would get it. Like what? Like you knew that? And I thought I was like weird for remembering stuff like that. And you're significantly younger than I am. You're like what, four
No,
or
because
five
we were
years?
like, okay, because I think we were all kids at some point, and even if we come from different backgrounds, even if I
No, but
didn't have a television,
I bring
I
that
would
stuff
watch
up with
television.
other, you know,
Like
you
what?
know,
Like really?
yeah, like you. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with Hot Shot Douglas Damaso, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hot shots,
You see,
Douglas,
like
the
Joe,
muscle.
I don't think Joe knows that or Mao knows that stuff.
Really?
Like dude, that's like makaka boy stuff. Like si Max Alvarado, sumbag ni Fernando, nahulog sa kaldero ni mga. I mean, these are like but
Nahimong adobo, all right? Yeah.
Hot Shots Douglas Damaso. I mean,
Hot shots, Douglas. Who would know
I mean,
these things, right?
who would
Only
even
crazy
know?
kids
Who would even know the connection to Douglas and Damaso that they're like the bad guys from like
from
Annalisa or the
Yagit. From Yagit. No, it's from Yagit.
Yagit.
I know. That's the thing. But well,
See,
I don't
that's
know.
like I thought I was the only one. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like because like there's stuff that you just remember that
No, come
that
to think of it, like your mom is not so far from my dad. I mean, your mom was like
yeah, yeah,
involved in
yeah.
human rights and
Yes,
whatnot,
yes, yes,
and
yeah.
like your
They're both
tita, like Tita
outspoken.
Jing's like wife, like like we're like in a way like connected. I
That's
think
true. That's
your
true. We were
mom
those
knows
kids.
your mom knows Luz Ilagan, right? Like
Yes,
yeah, right. So and
she
then
went to the house and was asking my mom to run for consular with her, and my mom was
exactly.
like,
So
I don't want to volunteer.
Luz Ilagan's husband is like a really good friend of my dad. So
Oh,
it's like
there you
if
go.
you think about it, we're like yeah, we're like in
We were
that
those
sort of same
kids.
spectrum. Yeah, we were those kids. Although
They
we
left us
never
to
really
watch.
met, but
They left us to watch
left us to watch you get. I mean, you were the guy who terrorized kids who would watch TV in your house, and I'm that kid who would go to other people's house to watch TV. I'm the one who's getting terrorized.
Oh my
I would
god.
be the one outside my neighbor's house, holding their like their fence grill or whatever, looking at him playing like with this He-Man action figure, and they wouldn't even let us in. We would just be like doing like this, and like, he'd be playing with this He-Man, and I'm just like, all right, and no way would be let in. I'm like, all right, well, they're it's. I mean, my family's not that type. We would like let everybody in, but that's their family culture, and we couldn't get in their house. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? It was what it was. We were just like looking at him playing with his action figure. But the thing was, he didn't have his parents because his parents were like in the US. So same with you. Your dad is in the US or maybe I don't know, the UK. So his situation wasn't like that. So we would be watching him playing with his toys, but then his parents were not with him. He's like with the grandparents. He's like with a
Yeah.
grandma and a grand. But me and my brothers would be looking at him so envious of the action figure. But then I mean, like we would be watching for like the whole 20 minutes and we'd get tired. I'm like, all right, let's just do something else. Let's go find something else to do. We'd go to the tennis court. We'd go to the woods.
And and
We'd start
and,
doing like
and, and,
silly
and then
stuff.
you're a little bit further. Oh, di ko na ko si Himan, oh. Uy, dala ni mo sundan mo bilib ka. Si Himan.
No, not me. My brother did that. Like the one in Canada. It wasn't He Man, but he. One day we
G.I.
were like in
Joe?
school. A GI Joe. Yes, have I
G.I.
told you
Joe.
that story?
G.I. No, 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 no.
GI
But
Joe.
G.I. Joe fits in the pocket, man.
Yes, like so he all of a sudden he was like, I have a GI Joe. I'm like, where'd you get that? It was a Storm Shadow GI Joe action figure. I was like, where the
The
fuck did you
ninja.
get it? And it
The
was just like,
ninja.
you know what he
The,
said? You know what he said? He was like, oh, I just found it somewhere. And actually, somebody was missing a Storm Shadow. Eventually, we returned it back. I was like, what the fuck? Don't do that again. I think somebody was like, oh, that's my Storm Shadow. They're like, what? No, my brother found this somewhere. I'm like, no, that's my Storm
yeah,
Shadow.
you
Like,
found it at the floor in
this,
my house.
no, this was in school. So when I connected the dots that they're classmates, I'm like, oh my god, you took it. So I'm like, yeah, okay, take it home. I was like, why the hell did you do that? It was like, no, I did it. I like like he was like sticking to his story. Like, no, I found it. I found it. Like, no, you took it. Like, no, I found it. Up to this day, he would never say that he took it. He said he found it. I think he took it.
Oh man. Anyway, you know what? Hey, at the end of the day, you know, we've lived apart for so long, and we could still run a 2 3 hour talk show, no problem, without a hitch, talking about things that are much less relatable than the stuff that we were talking about back in the day. But hey,
Hoka,
you know what?
hoka, hoka.
Yeah, get the hookah, dude. Just get the hookah. The end of story. I know that's why you
All
wanted
right.
to do
So
this.
you don't have a gig on Saturday, right? So you don't have a gig on Saturday. That means
Hold
you can
on.
do it.
Yeah, yeah. Saturday's good. But you know me, man. Come on, dude. Don't. I'll, I'll do it when. Yeah, I might be able to do Saturday. Saturday should be
Hoka,
good.
hoka. I know. All right.
Cause
Okay.
we're
If we can do Saturday, we'll do Saturday.
yeah, cause we're
Uh,
going out
the
tomorrow, so
How
Saturday
about
won't
the
be.
program director? She left already.
Yeah, she left already. She's probably watching now and probably
All
gonna
right.
get on
Yeah.
my case again for bringing up, penthouse
I know,
stuff
like
like that.
toys, like playing with like. Why would you come up with those things? Right? We're just like talking about like toys, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I play with your mom's toys." Like what?
Dude, you know that rubbed off on me that's from Eternity. That's Eternity's humor right there. It rubbed off on me,
You're
dude. He was
you,
my partner
you're
after you left.
you are not even drunk yet. Like I would understand if you're already drunk, because I'm like, okay, that's Rod right there. If he has something to drink, that would come out.
But I
You're
only
not even
talk,
drunk yet.
but I only talk like that when there are ladies around, though, right?
I know,
If
that's
I'm
true.
drunk,
That's true.
like if it's
Okay,
just us,
blame it on eternity. All right, okay. All right.
yeah, the Midnight Romeo. All right, so Saturday I'll see you, and
All right.
get the
So
hookahs, get the one that you showed
I
us.
don't know
That
yet.
one,
I don't know
that
yet.
one
I'll
was
think
really
about it.
good.
I'll think about it. All right. Starks, yeah, I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So thanks a lot for joining us. Join us again Saturday. Yeah, the OK Show, Rod Rodriguez and Iceman. And we are out. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.
Bye, guys.